Hello friends. So in this tutorial, as discussed, we will be looking into the procedure for getting DPIIT recognition. So before we actually move on to the process, which is a very compact process of 6 to 7 steps, we'll first of all look into the documents which are required and the documents which are not required. So we'll start with what are the documents required. So the first and foremost thing which is required is the incorporation or the registration certificate, which is issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The second requirement is the director's details. So director's details, it will be as in the name, uh, age, occupation, then the coordinates in terms of email ID, mobile number, occupation. So all these details related to directors has to be furnished. PAN number of the startup will be required. Now the fourth requirement refers to the patent and trademark details. So here not every startup is going to have patent and trademark details. So it is not mandatory, but yes, whosoever is having the patent and trademark details have to submit along with the registration documents. The last thing is proof of concept. So here the proof of concept is bifurcated based on the type of the startup. So if a startup is in the validation stage, so here the website link has to be provided. The next startup is little bit on a lower side, which is tractional or a scaling stage. So for those kind of startups, a video or a pitch deck has to be provided related to all the activities or the products and services which the startup is dealing with. And in case of the startup which is in the ideation stage, no proof of concept is required. Okay, so these are the various documents which are required. Now I hope you all are clear till now. Now coming to the documents which are not required. So it is Udyog Aadhar certificate, which is not required, MSME certificate, which is not required, GST certificate, which is not required, no recommendations or letter of recommendations and no sanctional letters are required while getting recognized with DPIIT. Okay, so I think we all are clear till now. So next step will actually start with the process of registering the startup and getting the recognition with DPIIT. So we'll understand why this recognition is required, because a startup which is recognized with DPIIT can claim several benefits, which we will be covering in the next videos. So currently let us understand quickly what is the registration and recognition process. So you have to start with going to the portal of startupindia.gov.in, and the next thing is you have to register yourself. So here the registration process is different for existing users and new users. So for existing users, they have to log in with their user credentials and directly go to step 4, which we will be looking into a little bit later in the same tutorial. Now for new users, you have two ways to get it registered. Either you have to click on register and provide all the details, or alternatively you can register using any of the social media accounts. Okay, so once you are through with this login credentials or registration process, now the next thing is you have to provide a lot many information related to startup. So what information is required? I have mentioned here. It will be the name of the startup. It will be the stage at which the startup currently is. It will require the information of the authorized representative in terms of his name, address, age, occupation, then coordinates in terms of email ID, telephone number, etc. They will require all the details of partners and directors. Again, same thing, name, age, occupation, address, coordinates of email ID and telephone numbers. And then how many number of employees the startup is currently employing is also required to be submitted. Then intellectual property rights, if any, has to be provided the details. Recognition or awards, if any, which are received by the startup, has also to be provided, because it will give more credibility to the startup basically. So once you provide all this in basic information, okay, uh, you are done with getting the startup registered with DPIIT. Okay, now actually from step 4, the procedure will start for the getting the DPIIT recognized. Okay, so again here it is slightly different for existing users and new users. So for existing users, you can go to dashboard, and from there you can go to the page of DPIIT recognition. And for new users, you can go to the tab of get recognized directly. It is there, like, you know, you can see both the tabs here. One is in blue color and one is in orange color. Okay, so this is the first step in getting the DPIIT recognized with the sorry, startup recognized with the DPIIT. Now once you are there on that like, you know, recognition part, so here you have to go to the view details tab, which is under registration details section on the recognition application details. Okay, and from here you will be taken to the recognition form, startup recognition form, which you have to fill in all the details. And yes, you are almost done with like, you know, all the procedure required for getting the startup recognized. Only thing, last step is you have to upload the incorporation certificate and complete the self certification part. Okay, so what is that incorporation certificate? Same certificate which is issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay, and you have to be little bit mindful in terms of the size while uploading, which has to be less than 5 MB, and the format has to be either PDF or JPG or PNG format. Okay, so once you upload this incorporation certificate, complete the self certification part, just hit the submit button, and you are done with the procedure to get your startup recognized with DPIIT. So now the ball is in the court of DPIIT officials. You have to just wait for getting the certificate of recognition. So what is the procedure? It is not a very lengthy procedure. The application is which is submitted, and the documents which are submitted along with the application, both will be thoroughly scrutinized and examined by the DPIIT officials. And if they are satisfied by the documents submitted and the information submitted, they will issue the certificate of recognition, and the entire procedure of verifying the documents, examining the documents, and issuing the recognition certificate will take just 2 working days. So you will get this recognition from DPIIT in terms of the certificate of recognition within 2 working days. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this video or tutorial, and keep watching this space for the next video, wherein we'll be covering what are the benefits of getting the startup recognized by DPIIT. Till then, take care. Bye bye.